As you all know, Atlassian User Community is the home for users of all Atlassian products, from beginners to experts, with tons of content created each day in the form of discussion posts, articles, and questions. There's so much happening in the user community that it's difficult to keep track of everything. Good morning to all the wonderful folks joining in for this session. My name is Ajay Emmanuel. I work with View26, an Atlassian Silver Marketplace partner focused on developing reporting solutions for Jira Service Management and Confluence. Today, I'm glad to share my experience creating and developing a tool to search and track user community posts and articles right within Confluence. Since its launch in 2017, the Atlassian online user community has been the go-to place for members to get support or share their expertise with Atlassian products, be it Jira, Confluence, Bitbucket, etc. The online user community has achieved an outstanding growth in the past few years with over 4 million members. There's always something happening 24/7. The Atlassian user community features a global network of people who meet online with a shared mission to expand their knowledge on Atlassian products. Beginners who have joined the Atlassian world recently are on the lookout for getting started guides, support, best practices, and articles on interesting use cases. Experts are a group of volunteers who serve as connectors, ambassadors, and they are also mentors of Atlassian products, answering questions, writing articles, as well as hosting hundreds of global events annually. These experts usually represent solution partners, marketplace partners, or Atlassian itself. You'll find the most engaged experts being part of the Atlassian Community Leader Program. I must admit, being a community leader myself is fun and rewarding. Apart from answering questions based on my expertise, you get to exchange opinions and views through community articles, and in the process, earn some kudos. Recently, there has been an uptick in the number of contests and campaigns on the community, hooking you to it. I personally took part in JSM June. If you remember the epic high velocity campaign video, and most recently, the Confluence Customer Love Month. As for marketplace partners, including View26, the community has been the place for tracking queries related to our apps and resolving them, and also a great place for getting inspiration. As for community website user, I do have to come to the website and keep track with search queries and filters each time. But what if there was a better way to track posts of interest? Enter Community Lens. Once installed, the app is available on my Confluence instance and helps me to maintain a daily routine to check and respond to posts of interest, which are pre-configured with search tags. No more search terms. Your customized community dashboard is available right within Confluence. The community website does have a rich filter. However, you would need to reset the configuration for search topics by popularity, most views, to update the feed. On the contrary, Community Lens presents posts as multiple widgets in a single dashboard so that you don't have to keep playing around with the filters each time. Now, let's have a look at some interesting use cases for Atlassian Community Lens. Recently, there has been an uptick in the app support questions in the user community. In fact, we had instances where we saw unanswered questions for some of our apps. With Community Lens, we are now able to track keywords for our apps and also keep track of support questions raised in the user community. It's also easy to track popular articles in specific community groups by using filters. And this can serve as inspiration for new use cases for vendors. As a community leader, you can keep track of topics with most replies to get involved in the conversation. Last but not the least, Community Lens makes it easy to maintain points as an online community leader. Now, let's move to a quick demo. You can install the app directly from the Atlassian Marketplace. Once the app is installed, you can get started right away. The dashboard currently consists of 3 configurable views. A mentions table to track all posts of interest based on configurable keywords. Most viewed topics to track all popular contents in a given category. Topics with most replies to track all threads which have a lot of engagement within the community. The dashboard can be filtered using the date filter. Now let's try to filter some topic of our interest. Go to settings and set multiple tags. Here we give announcements and theme 22 as the tags. Let's also set the date filter for the month of March to April, the timeline when theme 22 took place. You can see all posts related to theme 22. On clicking one of the results, you will get redirected to that post in the community. We can also get most viewed and most reply topics by setting categories of interest. That way you can keep track of popular content and topics whenever you open Confluence. We made our app listing as part of Codegeist 2021. Now let me share my experience. Since this time Codegeist was accepting only Forge app entries, we decided to go about with Community Lens using the new Forge SDK. Being our very first Forge app, we had to familiarize Forge-specific topics like working on the resolvers and custom UI for our use case. We went about the process of exploring and learning Forge. I should say the Forge app tutorials was a great starting point. Forge did help us prototype and create proof of concepts really quick. Next was looking into the LIQL APIs to understand the capabilities for pulling data from the Atlassian community website. In a short amount of time, we went from requirements to an alpha build, which our team could test internally. We did run into some issues with Forge, like the app was not opening link from a custom UI, but the Atlassian team was quick to point out for a fix in a newer version of the Forge bridge. I'm also delighted to announce that Community Lens app bagged the Codegeist Customer Choice Award in the Apps for Business Team category. The Community Lens Forge app is available on the Bitbucket site as an open source project. Together with feedback, we can further improve this tool to include more features. I would love to hear your suggestions around it. In conclusion, I hope this tool is helpful for you in becoming more efficient in engaging with the user community. Cheers and thank you.